Welcome to my channel for comprehensive tutorials on fundamental principles to complex problems. I'll cover it all. Feel free to share, subscribe for more contents. Thank you. Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Since you are on exercise 16, which is connected to exercise 15, in which I've given you intro to inequalities, what inequalities are, how do we define inequalities, and how do we solve using operators of less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to, and an equal to sign. Now, when it comes to this exercise, in this exercise, we'll be working on putting these inequalities on a number line. Before I begin, I just like to tell you, if you have this book with you in your hand, you can find this exercise on page 195. And in case if you don't have, I can provide you the PDF of this book. Connect me on WhatsApp provided number. Anyways, we are moving to question number one, and it says, for question number 1 to 25, solve each inequality and show the result on a number line. Now, when I start working on this inequality, like in previous exercise, I am going to write 2x is greater than 11 minus 1, which is going to be 2x greater than 10. That means x is going to be 10 over 2, which is going to be 5. Now, how to put this on a number line? Number line, always remember, whenever you have greater than or less than, your circle is going to be empty. Okay, for both of these. In case if you have greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, in these two cases, your circles are going to be filled. Okay, so please be reminded about this fact. This is going to be the identification of less than and greater than, and this one filled one are going to be for less than and equal to or greater than or equal to. And the basic difference between these two is that, for example, if I say x is greater than 7, that means 7 is not included. But in case if I'm saying x is greater than or equal to 7, that means 7 is already included. So whenever the value is included, your circle is going to be filled, and when it is not included, it's going to be not filled. So be very specific and be very clear about this. Now in here, when a number line is made, what we'll do is I will be taking all the values greater than 5. So that means 5 is going to be somewhere here between 4 and 6, and from here your circle is going to be empty, and then straight line making like this, and this way is going to be your final answer, and you get full marks. When it comes to question number 2, it says 3x is going to be less than or equal to 5 plus 4. That means 3x is less than or equal to 9. That means x less than or equal to 3. Since 9 is going to be divided by 3. In this case, you will begin with between 3 and 2 and 4. So this is going to be here, and this time it's going to be filled, and from here you're going to go towards left, this way, all the way. All the values are going to be included. And remember, since the 3 is also included, we will be filling this circle like this. Okay, it's not going to be empty circle. Anyways, with this, you must always remember your circle is going to be like this. In this case over here, it's going to be solid circle. Okay, to avoid confusions. So I will begin like this. 2 plus 4 is less than or equal to, I will write minus 4 is going to be plus 4, less than or equal to x, that means 6. You will write like this, but when you are writing the other way around, you will write something like this. So always remember, you solve this in this way. Now from here, it's going to be greater than 6. That means all the values greater than 6 will be starting from here, and your circle is going to be empty. Get it? Now comes next question. In here, it says 6 is, so this 10 is going to be, I'll bring x on this side and 10 minus 6. So x is greater than or equal to 4. Now in this case, 4, since 4 is included, that means starting from 4, your circle is going to be filled, and you put an arrow, something like this, and you get full marks. When it comes to question number 5, you must remember that this circle is going to be empty. This circle is going to be also empty. And in here, I will bring x towards this side to make it x positive. And this is going to be 9 minus 8. So that means x is greater than 1. Or what we can do is we just keep it like this. And I will write 8 minus 9 less than minus x. That means minus 9 less than minus x. Minus and minus cancels. 8 minus 1 is going to be giving you minus 1 minus x. That means x is going to be cancelled, and x is greater than 1 for question number 5. Now in here, all the values greater than 1. That means this is going to be empty circle, and all the values greater than 1. It's going to be this way. Now comes question number 6, in which you are going to make 8x minus 5x less than minus 10 plus 1. That means it's going to be 3x. It's going to be minus 9. So x is less than minus 9 over 3. That means x is less than negative 3. That means your circle is going to be empty, and your all the values going to be between the minus 2 and minus 4. You get minus 3, and you will make something like this. And you get full marks for this question. Now comes 2x is greater than 0. That means it's going to be 0. So something like this you will make a straight line, all the values greater than 0. This is your final answer. When it comes to question like this, it's going to be 1 plus 11 greater than 3x. That means this is going to be 12. That means you are going to work like this over 3. So 4 less than x, and when you change it, so it's going to be something like this. So question number 8 is going to be this way, and you put this circle is going to be empty, and make a straight line, make an arrow. This is going to be giving you full marks for this question. When it comes to question number 9, it is minus x plus 2x is greater than 6 minus 4. So this is going to be giving you x greater than 2. For question number 9, x is greater than, now in here on positive 2, you will make a circle, and your circle is going to be empty circle, and you make a straight line, something like this, and you get full marks. Now this is x less than minus 3 minus 1 multiplied by 3. So x is less than minus 3. That means on minus 3, it's going to be an empty circle. Moving on to question number 11. This is having double. So you will have, there are two things, always remember, 1 less than x and x is less than 4. There are two things. So when you convert, it's going to be something like this, 1 and x is greater than 4. But once you change it the other way around, it's going to be 1, you put it here, and this is going to be less than x, and x is going to be less than 4. Now comes how to put it in here. You take 1 is going to be positive 1 is going to be here, and positive 4 is going to be over here, and both the circles are going to be empty circle, not filled circle. Once you connect these two guys, you get full marks. When it comes to question number 12, there are two different things. Negative 2 less than x in here, and here this is x less than or equal to 5. So once we are converting it to make an answer, we write minus 2 x, and x is less than or equal to 5. So both are fine. In here, you take negative 2 and 0. Negative 2 is over here, and positive 5 is over here. So in here, both the circles are going to be filled because you're talking about less than or equal to. This is going to be your final answer. When it comes to question number 13, it says 1 less than or equal to x and x less than 6. So in here, 1 is going to be your filled circle on 1. 1 is over here, and plus 6 is over here. So in here, this is going to be empty, and this is going to be a solid one. Once connecting these two, you get full marks. Moving on to the next question, which is 14. This is saying 0 less than or equal to 2x less than 10. So what you do is, in the answer, you will write 0 less than or equal to 2x, and x is also less than 5, because ultimately 2x is less than 10. That means x is less than 5. So it's going to be less than 5. This is going to be final answer. And here 1 is going to be on 0 starting from here, and this is going to be solid, and it is going to go till 5. 5 is here, and this circle is going to be empty, and when connecting these two guys, you get full marks. Question number 15 is having negative 3 less than or equal to 3x, and 3x is less than or equal to 21. So there are two different things you'll see. Here you will have minus 3 over 3x, that means minus 1, and in here you have x less than or equal to 7. So there are two values. Once you're writing the answer, you will write negative 1 less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 7. So in here, you will have both filled circle. One is on minus 1 over here. Both are going to be filled circles. It will go all the way till 7. Connecting these two will get you full marks. Moving on to question number 16, which is 1 less than 5x and 5x less than 10. So x less than 2. And in here, you have for question number, so 1 divided by 5 is going to be 0.2, and this is positive. So remember, this is going to be filled circle. First one is going to be empty circle on 0.2. 0.2 is going to be somewhere here. Okay, if you divide this by 5 parts, so this is going to be the first one. 0.2 is going to be here. You can mark this way. This is 0.2, and this is going to be your empty circle, and this will go all the way till 2. So this one is going to be filled. Connecting these two will get you full marks. When it comes to question number 17, this is going to be x greater than 20 times 44. So it's going to be 80. Just a little alteration, if I just to explain you, if I make this a 10 and this one a 20, 40, 60 and 80, so you should alter this one and you start from 10 onwards, so this is going to be 80. So all the values that are going to be above 80, and since this is not included, so you will make something like this and you get full marks. When it comes to question number 18, I will write 3x minus x greater than 19 plus 1. This is going to be giving us 2x is greater than 20. That means x is greater than 10. So in here, since this is not in 10 is not included, so I am going a little alteration over here, making 10, 20, 40 and 60 and 80. That's how I'll make all the values which are greater than 10, and over here I will make circle is going to be not filled. All the values greater than 10 is going to be the answer. When it comes to question number 19, I will simplify the brackets first, giving you 14 less than 3x plus 4. That means 7x minus 3x less than 4 minus 14. So this is going to give us a 4x, and this is going to be giving you negative 10, and negative 10 divided by 4 is going to give us 2.5, x less than negative 2.5, and negative 2.5 is going to be somewhere here, and from here it's going to be unfilled circle and make a straight line like this. It's going to be your answer. It's question number 20, which is somehow in a way bit different. We are going to be taking two inequalities separately. So first one is saying 1 less than 2x plus 1, and the second one is saying 2x plus 1 less than 9. There are two different things, so you must be considering differently. So 2x 1 minus 1, that means it's going to be 0, less than 2x, that means 0x. And the other part is saying 2x less than 9 minus 1. It's going to give us 2x less than 8 and x less than 4. So how will you write this as an answer? You will write 0 less than x and x less than 4. So this is going to be a final answer and you get full marks. So you have written both of them separately. First one is saying 10 less than or equal to 2x, and the second part is saying 2x less than or equal to x plus 9. Two different things. So in here it is saying that 5 less than x, and this one is saying 2x less than or equal to x plus 9. So I am going to bring minus x here and write it as it is, 9. That means 2 minus 1 is going to give us x less than 9. So as an answer, how will I write this? I will write this way: 5 less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 9, which is going to be your final answer. Working, I have already shown you. You must have seen it. Now in here, what it says is x less than 3x, and the second one is saying 3x plus 2 less than or equal to 2x plus 6. Now in here, what it says is for this is going to give us plus 2. That means x minus 3x less than plus 2. I will write just 2 here. That means minus 2x less than 2. And that means this is going to give us x to negative 2. That means minus 1. The next part is saying 3x minus 2x less than 6 minus 2. That means 3 minus 2 is a 1 less than 4. So how will I write the answer? I will write negative 1 is less than x, and x is less than 4. So this is going to be your final answer. Then comes the next question, 23, is over here. It says 10 less than or equal to 2x minus 1, and second part is saying 2x minus 1 less than or equal to x plus 5. In here it says 10 plus 1 less than or equal to 2x. Here it gives you 11 less than or equal to 2x. That means 5.5 less than or equal to x. Second part is saying 2x minus x less than or equal to 5 plus 1. 2x minus 1x is 1x only, and this is going to be 6. So how will you write this in terms of answer? 5.5 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 6. So this is going to be a final answer. When it comes to question number 24, it's saying x is less than or equal to 3x minus 1, and the second part is saying 3x minus 1 is less than or equal to 2x plus 7. Now in here, x minus 3x less than minus 1, that means minus 2x less than or equal to minus 1, that means 2x is less than 1, that means x is less than 1 over 2. When it comes to the second part of the question, 3x minus 2x less than 7 plus 1. So 3 minus 2 is a 1, and less than 8. So how will you write the answer? You will write 1 over 2 is greater than x less than x, and x is less than 8. This is going to be your final answer. Moving on to the next one, question number 25. It says x minus 10 is less than 2x minus 2. This is the first part. And the second part is saying 2x minus 1, x minus 1 is less than x. So this is going to give us x minus 2x minus 2 plus 10. So this is going to give us minus x less than plus 8. So what we can say, how I will write, first of all, I'll solve this. 2x minus 2 less than x, that means 2x minus x less than plus 2, that means x is less than 2. And how will we write the answer? I will write minus 8 less than x, and x is less than 2. So this is going to be your final answer for question number 25. We are moving to 26. When it comes to question number 26, it says find the solutions subject to the given condition. Given condition is given. In question number 26, it says a is a positive integer. That means we are going to take 3a less than 20 minus 1. That means 3a is going to be less than 19. That means a is a number which is, let's see what do we get by dividing 19 by 3. 19 by 3. So the number is going to be all the numbers starting from 1 to 6. Any number that we put is going to be the value of a. So we will say something like this: all the values 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 7 cannot be. Now what does it mean? It means that in place of a, if I write 6, it's going to be a true statement. Any value which is greater than 6 is going to be false. Okay, so any value if I write in place of a is going to be a true inequality. Now when it comes to question number 27, it says b minus 1 less than 6 greater than or equal to 6. That means 6 is also included. That means b is greater than or equal to 6 plus 1. It's going to be 7, and 7 is also included, mind it. Now the value, the answers, what I get is that all the numbers starting from 7, all should be a prime number and it should be less than 20. So the final answer is going to be 7, 11, 13, then comes 17, and comes 19. So this is going to be your final answer. When it comes to question number 28, it says 2e less than 21 plus 3. I'm doing directly. So 2e less than 21 plus 3 is going to be 24, and e is going to be less than 12. That means how you write the answer, it's going to be in the bracket like this, and it should be all positive even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So because next number is going to be equal to 12, and that is going to be invalid number. So all the numbers, all the even numbers and positive even numbers which are less than 12. So this is going to be your final answer. Now in here there are two different things working. So it says 1 less than z, that means z is greater than 1, or in other words I say second one is saying less than 50, and all the square numbers. So how I'm going to write numbers, starting from first is square number is 4, 2 times 2 is a 4, then comes 9 which is a square of 3, then comes 16, then comes 25, then comes 36, and then comes the lastly 49 which is the square of 7, and 49 is less than 50, so the statement is going to be true. When it divisible by 5, and there are two inequalities given here, and so the numbers directly I can say the numbers are going to be 5 and 10. Okay, so if I solve this inequality 3 less than 40, that means x is going to be 40 divided by 3. That means if I divide 40 by 3 to understand, 3 times 1 is a 3, 1 remainder, 3 times 3 is a 9, so 13 is the number, and all the numbers should be less than 13. So 5 and 10 are the numbers which are divisible by 5. Now coming to the next question. In here it says 2x greater than negative 10. That means x is negative 5. That means all the negative integers they need to find out. And the condition is negative 5. So it's going to be starting from minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and that is the limit. These are all the numbers that can be placed in place of x to make the statement true. When it comes to question number 32, it has two parts, less than 2x, and the second one is going to be 2x less than x plus 13. So if we solve them independently, it's going to be 1 less than 2x minus x, that means x less than 1, or if I write so all the values greater than 1, then comes 2x minus x less than 13, that means x is less than 13. So for question number 32, it's going to be all the integers which are greater than 1. So numbers are going to be 2, 3, 4 onwards, all the numbers till 12, because the condition given is less than 13. Moving on to question number 33, x square is less than 10. That means all positive square numbers. So positive square numbers are going to be 1, 4, and 9 straight away, because the x is going to be 10, because the square of 100 is 100, square of 10 is 100. So root of 10, 100 is going to be 10. So 1, 4, and 9 is going to be your final answer. When it comes to question number 34, this also has two inequalities. 0 is less than or equal to 2z minus 3, and second one is 2z minus 3 less than or equal to z plus 8. When we solve, we are going to get numbers which are 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. And how I came to know these values, because you know very well. So if I solve this one, I'm going to get 2z less than or equal to 3, and z is going to be, I should write like this, greater than 3 over 2. That means 1.5. So all the values which are greater than 1.5 and all should be prime numbers. So first prime number is 2, 3, 5, 7. And over here when I solve this, 2z minus z less than or equal to 8 plus 3. That means z equals less than or equal to 11. So all the numbers, and 11 is included. This is why I have written 11 here. Then comes question number 35, which is saying all the positive even numbers. So that means a over 2 greater than or equal to a minus 10. That means a over 2 is greater than a minus 10. So in this case, what we do is we multiply both the sides by 2 to get rid of this 2. So it's going to be a greater than or equal to 2a minus 20. That means it's going to be a minus 2a greater than minus 20, negative a minus 20, and that means a is greater than 20. So all the values will start with even positive even numbers. So for question number 35 is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 onwards till 18, because should not be greater than 20. Now this is going to be your final answer. Moving on to question number 36. Going towards question number 36, it's going to be something like this. And here we are making, for 36 is state the smallest integer n for which 4n is greater than 19. This statement is going to be true. So 4n is greater than 19 means n is greater than 19 by 4. And once we divide 19 by 4, it's going to give us 6, 18. That means 6 is the number, and smallest integer for 36 is going to be n equals 5. That means if I put 5 over here in place of n, this statement is going to be true. So 5 is the right answer. Moving on to question number 37. There are two inequalities simultaneously we'll be solving, less than 8 and 8 is less than 3x minus 11. So we need to find an integer which satisfy both the inequalities. So it's going to be 2x less than 8 plus 7, which is going to be 2x less than 15, and x is going to be 7.5 something. Next is going to be 8 plus 11 less than 3x. That means I'm going to write 3x greater than 11 plus 8, which is giving us a 19. That means x is greater than 19 over 3. And when 19 is divided by 3, ultimately we are going to get a 6 as an integer value. For question number 36, x is going to be a 7 number. Okay, which is less than 7.5 and greater than 6. Next question is 38, in which again we have two inequalities. Find integer value of y such that this inequality becomes a true inequality, less than 12. And the second one is saying 12 less than 4y minus 5. We need to find out an integer that can be placed in place of y to make both the statements, both the inequalities true. So first it's going to be less than 12 plus 4, and in here 12 plus 5 less than 4y. That means 4y is going to be 17, and this means 4y is greater than 17 and y is greater than 17 over 4. 4 times 4 is a 16, so it's going to be around 4. And the first one is 3y less than, it's going to be 16, and y 16 means over 3. That means 4 is going to be the number, and we need to find the integer. And for question number 8 is going to be 5 as an answer. When it comes to question number 39, find any value, okay, that can make this inequalities true. 9 is less than z, or z should be greater than 9, and z plus 5 less than 10. That means z is less than 10 minus 5 is going to be 5. Now we need to find out a number which satisfies both. So for 29, I'm going to write something like this: 4z is less than 4 is less than z, and z is less than 5. So this is going to be my answer. You need to find the value. For question number 40, we do the same thing. We are going to be solving 9 less than 2p plus 1 and 2p plus 1 less than 11. So what happens is 9 minus 1 less than 2p, or we can say 8 less than 2p. That means 4 less than p. And in the second one, it says 2p less than 11 minus 1 is going to be 10. So 2p is less than 10. That means p is less than 5. So once I'm writing this, I will write 4 less than p, and p is less than 5. This is going to be my final answer. When it comes to question number 41, it has fractions in between. So I will be I will be needing a fraction actually. 4 over 9 less than q, and q is less than 5 over 9. So to get rid of this 9 in the fraction, what we do is, it's a q actually. So what are the values going to be? If I divide by half both of them, so half is going to be my answer. Now comes question number 42. We need to satisfy both the inequalities. You need to find the integer value of a such that both the inequalities can be true. A minus 3 less than or equal to 11, and 11 is less than or equal to 2a plus 10. We need to find out the value of a. So this gives you less than or equal to 11 plus 3, which is going to be less than or equal to 14. And for the next one, it says 11 less than or equal to, I am going to bring this 10 on the other side and making it minus 10, 2a. That means 11 minus 10 is going to be 1, less than or equal to 2a. So that means a is less than or equal to 1 over 2. So once I'm writing the answer, I will write the answer in such a way that all the values which are greater than 1, or if I turn this around, 1 over 2, that means all the values which are bigger than half is going to be, first one is going to be 1, 2, 3, all the values till 14, because 14 is included. Always remember, because this one is saying 14 is included. If there's no equal sign, that means it's going to be 13. When it comes to question number 43, it says the largest prime number that can be placed of 3z less than or equal to 66. That means z is less than or equal to 22. So the largest prime number I see is a 19 as an answer. Moving on to question number 44, we need a simple fraction. Okay, so for simple fraction, what we do is, definitely half is going to be added. If I place half in place of here, for example, 1 over 3 is less than half, of course this statement is going to be true. And if I put r less than 2 over 3, that means in place of r, if I put half here, this statement is going to be true. So half is the right answer. Any other number is not going to be making this inequality true. Find the largest prime number p such that p square equals 400. That means your answer for question number 45 is going to be 19, because 20 is the number which is not included. All the numbers less than p square less than or equal to 400. That means p is less than 20. So any number less than 20 is going to be 19, and is going to be largest prime number less than 20. That is the main idea behind this question. Moving on to the next question, 46. Here comes question number 46. In here, first of all, the most important part in this question is to understand that negative 3 is less than x and less than 8. So there are two different things that you must consider. Minus 3 less than or equal to x, and x less than or equal to 8. So finally how we are going to write is, because in this question it says negative positive 6 is to be in place. When negative 6 is to be in placed, so this inequality is going to be something like this, 6. Okay, because 6 is be replacing 8. So this is how you will be making a number line representation of this inequality. Remember, this is going to be a hollow circle and this is going to be a filled circle. Moving on to the next part of this question, which is question number B. In here it says that negative 4 less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 2. When negative 2 is going to be in place in this question, if I directly write this inequality on a number line, I will get a question something like this. Okay, but the only thing is, when I'm going to replace negative 2 in place of the given value, I am going to get a number line something like this. So this is the difference between the question itself and soon after solving. Remember, both of the circles are going to be empty, not filled one. Moving on to the next question. In this question, there is a little trick I've applied. I'm writing negative 12 less than or equal to 3x minus 3, and the first one I'm writing last, 2x plus 1 less than or equal to 5. So numerically, what is going to happen? Negative 12 plus 3 less than or equal to 3x. That means this is going to be negative 9 less than or equal to 3x. That means I'm going to write something like this. Negative begins with negative 3. Next part is 2x less than or equal to 5 minus 1. So 2x less than or equal to 4. That means x is less than or equal to 2. So a number line you'll be representing, remember, since these negative 3 and positive 2 both are included, because equal sign is also there. So in this case, both the circles are going to be filled. Remember this, and the inequality answer I'm going to write is negative 3 less than or equal to x, and then x is less than or equal to 2. This is going to be your final answer, and this is how you're going to make a number line based on this inequality. The last part of this question 46 is 3x minus 2 less than 19, and the second part is 2x greater than or equal to negative 6. So I'll be solving them simultaneously. So this is going to be 3x less than 19 plus 2, which is going to give us 21, and x is less than or equal to 7. In the second part, it's going to be 2x less than or equal to negative 6. That means negative 3. So I'm writing it directly. X equal to negative 6 minus is multiplying, so it's going to be dividing by 2. So x greater than or equal to negative 3. So once I'm writing this in terms of inequality, I will be writing negative 3 first, x less than or equal to 7, and or a number line I'll be representing in this way. Both the circles are going to be filled. This is how your answer is going to look like. Now, this is also a tricky question in which find integer n. You need to find a number in place of n. If it is replaced, this inequality is going to be true. Let's see. You know very well, in the calculator, once you write under root 300, answer you get in your calculator is going to be 17.32. 17.32, and smaller number than 17.32, and it should be an integer, is going to be straight away 17 is going to be your answer. Moving on to question number 48. In here, this is a word problem in which you need to solve this inequality. And for the first part, it says that a youth club organizes a planning a day trip for the club members. The cost of trip is 330. So 330 is to be paid at any cost. And club has already saved $75. The price of a ticket for a trip is X. And there are 21 people going on a trip. Write down an equality in terms of X to determine the price of each ticket if the cost of the trip is to be completely funded. So in that case, you know very well, there are 21 candidates. So 21 multiplied by X, and plus 75 is already saved. And this has to be not uh, less than 330. So this is going to be your inequality for this part of the question. Now, what is the minimum ticket price that the youth club organizers must charge? So once we are solving this, we know very well we are going to be solving this. So that means 21x is going to be greater than or equal to 330 minus 75, and 21x is greater than or equal to, once it is divided, you are going to get, let's see, once 330 minus 75 gives you around 330 minus 75 is going to give us 255. So 255 is divided by 21, it's going to give us around 12.14. So 12.75 is going to be your final answer, which is the price of the ticket provided. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 49. Now, Chara has $700 in her bank account. She wants to keep at least $300. She plans to withdraw Y per week for the next 12 weeks. So there are 12 Ys. So remember this. It says write down an equality in terms of Y to determine the amount of money Chirani has to withdraw each week. So for this, you must remember this 12 has to be multiplied by a number of weeks, and then 300, uh, at least 300 amount should be kept in the bank, and it should be less than or equal to 700 is the total amount. Once this inequality is solved, so it's going to be 12y less than or equal to 700 minus 300. That means 12y less than or equal to 400, and when 400 is divided by 12, it's going to give us around 33.33 is the final answer. She has to withdraw less than or equal to this amount. So 33.33 is included, remember this. Now comes question number 50, which is the last question, which you can see here when it comes to 48, 49, and 50. Now, a car hire firm charges 30 per day. So that means number of days are going to be the value which is unknown, plus a flat rate of 240 to hire a car. Nima has no more than 470 to pay for the car hire. Write down an equality that represents Nima's situation. Remember, these inequality plays an important role in daily life. So this is the importance of inequality. That means 30 per day she has to pay at any cost if she drives or she doesn't drive, plus 240 they take a flat rate or a flat fees for keeping the car with you, and Nema's condition is that it should not be less than or equal to 470. That means 471 is not going to be applied. So this is going to be the inequality for this question. Once we solve this equation, inequality, it's going to be something less than or equal to 470 minus 240. So 470 minus 240 is going to give us a 230. 230 is going to be the value, and when it's divided by 30, it's going to give us 462. Divided by 30 is going to give us less than or equal to 230. When it's divided by 30, it's going to give us 7.6. So that means maximum number of days. So number of days cannot be in 7.6. So the final answer is going to be 7 days for this question. This was the last question for this exercise, and next exercise soon after this is going to be linear inequality. Linear inequality and linear programming actually is the topic which is mostly misunderstood by the students, and most of the students, they fall in trouble while doing that. So make sure every one of you, those who are working on inequalities, make sure to get every question straight and get the correct answers. Thank you very much for watching. Wish you all the best and have a nice day.